In today's lesson, we'll be learning how to evaluate expressions. In our first example, we want to evaluate 3y for y equals 3. The first thing you want to do is rewrite the question. Next, we want to substitute in y equals 3. This means that we're going to replace the variable of y with 3 in brackets. So 3 times 3 is 9. In our second example, we want to evaluate 6 subtract 3y for y equals 3. The first thing you want to do is rewrite the question. Next, we want to substitute in y equals 3. Instead of writing y, we're going to replace it with 3 in brackets. At this point, you need to follow BEDMAS. That means we're going to have to multiply before we subtract, which gives us negative 3 multiplied by 3, which is negative 9, and 6 subtract 9 is negative 3. In our third example, we want to evaluate negative 2r squared plus 2 for r equals negative 2. The first thing you want to do is rewrite the question. Next, we want to substitute in r is equal to negative 2. So instead of writing r, we're going to replace it with negative 2 in brackets. At this point, you need to follow BEDMAS, which means we are going to first use our exponents, then do some multiplication, and then add. Therefore, negative 2 to the power of 2 is the same thing as negative 2 multiplied by itself. So negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Next, we're going to do some multiplication. So negative 2 times 4 is negative 8. And last but not least, we're going to go negative 8 plus 2, which is negative 6. In our fourth example, we want to evaluate bracket r plus 3 bracket to the power of 2 for r equals negative 2. First thing you want to do is rewrite the question. Next, we're going to substitute in r is equal to negative 2. Instead of writing r, we're going to replace it with negative 2 in brackets. At this point, you're going to need to follow BEDMAS, which means we're going to do whatever is in the brackets first, and then we're going to use the exponents afterwards. So within the brackets, you have negative 2 plus 3, which is equal to positive 1. And positive 1 to the power of 2 is just 1 times 1, which is 1. In our last example, we want to evaluate 2r squared plus 3r minus 8 for r equals negative 2. First thing you want to do is rewrite the question. Next, we want to substitute in r is equal to negative 2. Next, we are going to replace the variable of r with negative 2 in brackets. Again, at this point, you're going to need to follow BEDMAS, which means we're going to have to deal with the exponents, do some multiplication, and it looks like do some addition and subtraction. Let's deal with the exponents first. So negative 2 to the power of 2 is positive 4. And next, we are going to be doing some multiplication. 2 times 4 is 8. Positive 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. And the negative 8 stays exactly the same. Therefore, 8 subtract 6 subtract 8 is negative 6.